as our guard. This is the next section. Or the law as our guardrail. Galatians 3:19. What purpose then does the law serve? It was added because of transgressions till the seed should come to whom the promise was made. And it was appointed through angels by the hand of a mediator. And you read in Romans chapter 4:15, because the law brings about wrath, for where there is no law, there is no transgression. Let me see if I could illustrate it this way. Parents just had their carpet cleaned, and they're also having some landscaping done in the backyard. Instead of grass in the backyard, there's a lot of mud until the landscaping is done. There's a little bit of time where the kids get home before the parents get home from work, and the parents come home and they see black tracks all over the carpet. And the kids were out playing in the backyard and they didn't thoroughly wipe their feet, and there's black tracks. And so the parents say, look guys, we just shampooed the carpet. We're having landscaping done. You got to stay out of the backyard. You get mud all over your feet. Stay out of the backyard until we get the landscaping done. And they bring over the carpet cleaner. They clean the carpet again. They say, all right, guys, stay out of the backyard. They come back home from work. The kids have gone out in the backyard, and they see black tracks all over the carpet again. Now, the first time, kids maybe were being kids. They weren't using common sense. They didn't realize, there's going to be consequences for the sod being gone. You're trampling all over the backyard, and you're going to get it all on the floor. And so you let it slide. But then you made a law, and you said, do not go in the backyard until the work is done. They didn't listen. Are they now responsible in a different way because you warned them? See? And so sin is knowing to do good and not doing it. Where there's no law, there's no sin. Now there was a law, don't go in the backyard. Now they've broken the law, the consequences are going to be more severe because you straightly told them, don't do it. That's what God is saying, is he needed to make a law because they kept getting tracks everywhere. See what I'm saying? They get track and mud everywhere. So God said, the law was because of transgression. It's a guardrail. Shouldn't bother us when you drive down the road on a windy road and there's a cliff and you see a guardrail. Do you feel like your freedom is being inhibited? I saw a funny cartoon. It had a car, showed a minivan driving down this windy road where there's a cliff, and the minivan drives off the cliff through the guardrail, and you can see it's falling through midair, and a little sound caption comes from the minivan, and it says, recalculating. All right. I was reading the commentary of John Gill on Galatians chapter 3:19, and John Gill was an old Baptist theologian, a very conservative, brilliant Bible commentator. Here's what he wrote about that passage, that one verse in Galatians 3:19. The law, was added because of transgressions 430 years after the covenant. So after God made a covenant, and Abraham believed, and he was declared righteous by faith, years after that, God made the other laws there at Mount Sinai. It did not succeed it, nor take the place of it, and so make it null and void, but it was over and above and added to it for the sake of restraining transgressions, which had there been no law, men could not have been accountable for them, and they would have gone into them without fear and with impunity. They would have continued disobeying without fear and impunity. But the law was given to lay restraint on men by forbidding such and such a things on pain of death. And so God had to make the law, and where there's much transgression, there's much law. That's why we get so many laws on our books. Okay, the law as our schoolmaster.